Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru. Today, we're talking about escrow billing, what mortgage companies need to know, what insurance need to know, and what you as a property owner need to know. So let's talk about mortgage companies first and escrow billing. Let's talk about the National Flood Insurance Program. Let's talk about private flood insurance. So when a client closes on a home, you're getting payment in. What if a claim occurs before payment gets in? Let's talk about the National Flood Insurance Program. They give you 29 days to get in payment. Here's the condition though. If a claim occurs before payment gets in, that payment's gotta be made before a claim would be paid out. That's what you need to know as a mortgage company. Here's a question you need to ask, whether it's the National Flood Insurance Program or if it's private flood insurance. You need to ask, would a claim be covered even if payment is received after the claim date? Let's just say someone closes on a house. Claim happens 2 weeks later. Of course, maybe payment doesn't come in because of a closing, so 3 weeks later. Is the claim covered? This is something you need to be asking as a mortgage company. And the reason is many private companies will not actually cover a claim if it's escrow billed the first year and the claim occurs before the payment's received. So it's very important that you understand this so that you're following mortgage guidelines. Now, what about insurance agents? As an insurance agent, you need to be advising clients that if something like this was to happen and they decide not to pay up front for the flood insurance, particularly through private flood insurance, they could have a claim that's not covered. So as a property owner, what do you need to know as a property owner? You need to be asking these questions. Yes, I'm escrow billing the first year. Could that impact the ability for a claim to be covered? Because the worst thing you want to happen is a claim happens 2 weeks after closing. We've actually had this happen with a client, only to find out you don't have coverage because the payment was not made in the way it should have been. So these are things you really need to pay attention to, especially on private flood insurance. Is you want to ask your private flood insurance companies their guidelines for handling a claim on new business policies that are escrow billed when payment has not been received yet. So if you've got questions about understanding all this, what are your flood insurance options? Verifying your flood risk. What is the real risk of your property flooding and how do you reduce that risk? Because like this property right here, you don't want to be stuck with not having the funds you need to complete the project. Then make sure to click below to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Thank you.